Today, I'm mixing up a little bit. I am going to talk about not one, not two, but 3 colorways of the Yeezy 350 Boost. They are a bit old school, but they're there and you guys want my opinion, so I'm going to give you my unbiased opinion. What are we looking at? We are looking at the Yeezy Boost 350s, the Zyon colorway, Ash Stone colorway, and the Israfil colorway. Let's get into it. What is up, people? It is your boy, it's your dog, it's your brother from another mother, aka the lifestyle surgeon, aka Dr. Vassell, aka Wayne. What I want to say straight off the bat is thank you for stopping by, and I also want to say whether you're a newbie or you're an OG, welcome to Crep Check, where we check out everything crep related. And today I'm throwing a little curveball in and mixing up and giving you guys not one, not two, but 3 reviews in one. So if you're deciding or you're on the fence on what colorway to get, I am your boy. I've got you. So let's waste no further time and let's get into it. So, as you know, I like to do on Crep Check, I like to start at the box. And what I'm going to say straight off the bat is I'm going to do all 3 boxes together. And you will notice that all the boxes are exactly the same, which saves lots of time. They have the boost because 350 V2s tend to have boost technology. And you will notice the tags I'm going to show you and I'm going to go through them. So we have the Yeezy Boost 350 Israfil with the code FZ5421, Ash Stone with the code GW0089, and the Zyon with the code FZ1267. All in my size, a UK 11. Please send me free trainers, somebody. I accept all trainers if they're free. And that's about it. So let's get into it. Let's start then with what's on the top, the Israfil colorway. You guys have probably seen my videos before on how 350s come out the box, so I'm not going to label you, but when I unbox this 350, it's sliding, and you notice, you can see already, we are greeted with white paper, and we are greeted with this. And this. So, guys, let me know in the comment section what you think of these 350s. Let me know. So what is my first impressions of this sneaker? My first impressions are, these are cold. The Israfil colorway blends lovely hues of blue, kind of teal, and then has this nice lovely strip, transparent strip that goes from the lateral aspect of the sneaker. Love that detail on the Yeezy 350s. The only thing that I do love about the Yeezy 350s that this is missing is the heel pull. The heel pull is nice. Just why do you put it on some and take it off others? I don't know. In addition, we have this secret gift. What is the secret gift? Let's have a look. Another pair of laces. You know how much I like laces, but they're pretty much the same color. What I will say though, I notice, I'll put those laces to the side, with these Israfil is that they have this tube, this little tube over the tip of the laces. Now, that means, let me slide it to the side, yeah, it's together. The only way these laces are going to get adjusted or come off is if I cut them. I don't know how I feel about that. Probably not going to cut them if I'm honest with you. Pop that back. So let's start at the outsole. And doing this feels like a while since I've held a 350 in my hand and reviewed. Probably was. The outsole is gum color with, as you've seen in previous videos of mine, this foam detail in between. Not much more to add there. And then if we come to the, let's mix it up, the lateral aspect. No, because that's what part I like. Let's not go straight there. Let's go to the medial aspect of this sneaker. We have the midsole, which is that kind of teal detail with the strips that come up from this large, quite pronounced outsole, midsole that we know from the 350 Boost. And then when we come to the upper, the prime knit upper, you can see the hues, the teal hues against this kind of cream backdrop. It gives this sneaker character, texture. It gives it dimensions, takes it from being, oh, shoes aren't one dimensional, but this does make me feel that it is 4-dimensional. I know some of you are going to say 4-dimensional, Wayne, but that's what I'm using to describe it. The posterior aspect, we have this detail that we do see on a lot of the Yeezy 350 Boosts, is where the outsole comes up at the back and forms the most posterior portion of the midsole. And then again, we come into this prime knit upper, which has the hues that I mentioned of this kind of bluey, tealy, and cream. We come up to the ankle inlet, which has this nice green teal detail. Nice. When we go to the anterior aspect of the sneaker, again, we see the same kind of thing at the back that I mentioned, the posterior aspect of the sneaker, where the outsole comes up the front and breaks up the midsole. That's that teal color, and it's the gum color that we found on the base of the outsole, on the outsole. And then we're greeted again by that prime knit upper that I mentioned. So I'm not going to labor it. We have these rope laces that are fed through with no particular eye stay. So it kind of just is seamless, goes into the body and comes out. And as I mentioned, it's kind of taped off. So unless I cut these aren't coming off, which is interesting to say the least. Then as we continue to come up, we have that piping detail that I mentioned, which is a teal of the ankle inlet. And there's some actually feels memory foamy, actually panels of cushioning around the most posterior aspect and the lateral and medial aspects of the ankle inlet. Looking good so far. The insole is a cream with an off cream Adidas and Yeezy, as you guys hopefully can see on the camera. So then we come to the lateral aspect. Probably the part I like most about this sneaker is the lateral aspect. And I know some people are not going to like it. This is probably going to be Marmite, but I love it. I like the fact that this splash of kind of an orange, off orange color gives an otherwise very tealy, a very pastel-y sneaker a pop. And also it provides that little window, that bit of transparency into the sneaker. I love the character, love the detail that brings. It is slick. Right, in the sense of moving on quickly, I'm not going to stay to that one. I'm going to put those to the side and we're going to move on, keep it rolling. You've seen the box, I'm not going to go over the box. And this one we are doing is the Ash Stone. Now I already have the Ash Pearl colorway that I reviewed some time back. If you haven't seen that review, I'll pop a link up. But I do have it here. There were 3 colorways in the Ash colorway. There was Ash Pearl, Ash Stone, and I can't remember at the moment what the other ash was, but there were 3. Just bear that in mind. Okay, so what are my thoughts? My thoughts on this, my initial thoughts are, again, I do like it. I like it a lot. I like the strip. The strip is aggressive against the backdrop of the rest of the sneaker. It's contrasting, it pops, it adds a little bit of extra character, and I really like that. I'm not going to lie. Some people will look at that and say, because it's a salmon color, will say, not feeling it. Why was that there? But for me, love it. Again, I'm going to have the same qualm, no heel pull. That would have been amazing if they had it. Maybe if they did it in the salmon color, that would have been wealth. Some of you are probably barfing in your mouth, but I like what I like. Okay, so if we now look at this one, the Ash Stone, and we look at the outsole has the same pattern that I mentioned, and this outsole is slightly different from the midsole in color. It's a bit more gray, but it does broach up the back and it also comes up the front. And then when we come to the lateral aspect, because I'm going to go straight into this first, we have the midsole, which is a darker gray than the one of the outsole. And then we come again to the prime knit upper, and the prime knit upper has hues of browns, kind of off purples, and then has this aggressive salmon strip across it. And I love it, I do. It gives the sneaker contrast, its character, and it just pops, it pops. You know, it's a very dark, laid back sneaker until you have this very aggressive strip. Then when we come up, we come to the ankle lacings, and again, they're seamless. They go through the upper and they don't have a main eye stay, so they kind of just flow in, flow out, not leaving much of a trace, and I like that. And these ones are normal laces, which I like, no cutting involved. So that already makes me feel happy. So then when we come anteriorly, we see what I mentioned with the outsole coming into the midsole, which comes up to the front of the sneaker, the toe tip, and then we come to the prime knit upper, which has the same backdrop that I mentioned when we talked about the lateral aspect. Talked to you about the sneakers already, so let's go straight to the ankle inlet. And the ankle inlet now of this Yeezy has kind of like a green, like an army green, very dark piping around it with a same lovely amount of cushioning that I'd expect from a Yeezy. Look, we know Yeezy 350s are very, very comfortable sneakers. You know, they have smashed it, combining the Boost technology with Yeezy aesthetics. It's a done formula. When we come to the interior of the sneaker, I do like it actually. You can see the hues of brown, the three kind of dark stripes at the back there, and the insole is again, it's brown. And the Adidas and Yeezy is the same color of that salmon strip. I like it, I do. The medial aspect is pretty similar to the lateral aspect. It's just missing the very obvious salmon racing stripe, and also the most superior part of the upper on the lateral aspect is a bit grey. It's like an off grey, maybe with little hues of blue in it, and that's missing from this side. It has brown hues and tones all throughout. When we go to the posterior aspect, we can see what I mentioned before, that portion, that slightly lighter grey, breaking up the midsole, breaking up that racket, and coming to the prime knit upper, mentioned already, so I'm not going to labor it. What are my final thoughts on this sneaker? You probably know already, but I'm going to say it again. I love the salmon. The salmon, the aggressiveness of that color against the backdrop of quite a chilled brown sneaker is lovely. Again, I would love a heel pull, but it's not there. I still like it. Moving swiftly on, time is of the essence. We are going to get to the final Yeezy. This Yeezy is the Zyon. So we know Yeezy boxes slide. I'm not going to label you with that, and we're going to get this out. Are there any goodies in this box? Nope. No goodies apart from our Yeezys. So people, again, let me know what you think of the Zyon colorway. What are my first impressions? First impressions of these bad boys in hand is they're nice. I do like them. Again, I like the fact that the outsole is quite bright, it's quite vibrant, and the upper, the prime knit upper, is a bit darker. It's a bit more chilled, a bit more relaxed. The laces aren't like the first Yeezy I showed you. They're normal laces, and the piping and the details are nice. Again, the strip here is semi-transparent. Don't know if you can see it on the camera, and it's not as aggressive as the others. It's more mellow and more in keeping with the colors of the upper, which I do like as well. You know, I don't like just to shout out and say, I'm out here, I'm here, look at me. I do like mellow, chilled, sweet, humble vibes. So again, if we look at the outsole is gum. Been through the pattern already. When we come to the midsole on the lateral aspect, it is a lighter gum, which I think pops quite nicely against the darker hues of the upper. And again, we come to the upper, which is prime knit, and you will notice the same details I mentioned. The laces are seamless. They just flow in and out of the sneaker. The upper has hues of brown, cream, and kind of gray. Then again, we also have this strip that I mentioned, which is dark, is the darkest part of the sneaker, and is semi-transparent. I like that. It brings the sneaker down, and the outsole provides, the midsole and outsole provides the contrast. And then when we come to the anterior aspect, we can see the gum outsole becoming midsole, becoming toe tip, and then we come to the prime knit upper, which I've already mentioned, so I'm not going to label. What I do like about this sneaker in the prime knit upper though is we have this central stitching detail. I like it. It kind of creates some order in the upper, and I do like it. It goes straight up the center, as you can appreciate, to the ankle inlet, which then brings us nicely to the ankle inlet. And you can see that the piping, I feel like the piping for all of these sneakers were very similar in color. Actually, they're all kind of like a tealy army green. So there you have it. The piping, similar on all three. And then when we come to the inside of the sneaker is cream with the Adidas stripes kind of being an off brown. And then we can see the Adidas in that deeper brown, probably the same brown as the strip, as you can appreciate. Then when we come to the posterior aspect, we have the gum outsole becoming midsole, breaking up the racket of the midsole of the sneaker. And then we come to the upper, which I'm not going to label again, which also does have the central grey part that goes through it, as you can appreciate. And then when we come to the medial aspect, it's not similar because the prime knit upper kind of varies throughout, but this general basis of the pattern on the sneaker is similar. The only thing that really stands out that's missing from the medial aspect is that strip, this semi-transparent dark brown strip. So, people, tell me what you think of these Yeezys. My final impression of these Yeezys are, again, I really do like them. I like the colorway. I like the fact that the upper is quite mellow, quite chill, and the strip is in keeping, and then the outsole provides the contrast, provides the pop, provides the pizzazz. Just missing a heel pull again. I love heel pull. In case you keep hearing me saying this heel pull, and you're like, what is this Don talking about? I'll show you these Yeezys, which have a heel pull. Nice one. This is probably a better example, actually. Probably the best example. One of the ones I've loved the best that they've done are these Yeezys. As you can see, I just think it gives the sneaker so much character. And what I love about what they've done here is the color of the heel pull is there, and it kind of like they've just continued it. They said, oh, let's just continue it inside. It's that little bit of detail that I think is okay. So, people, today has been the day of, let me get them together, let's get them together, of going through the Yeezys. So, let me know what you guys think. Do you have any favorites, or do you hate them all? Or are you like me? I wouldn't say I love them all. I like them a lot. Love is a strong word. But do you love them all? Let me know in the comment section. In addition, if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to subscribe and to drop me a like, because that stuff helps me to continue to bring you this content and to grow. So thanks for all the love. What you're going to see next are what these Yeezys look like on feet. People, stay blessed. Have a blessed week. Life Surge out. Peace.